Welcome back to another inspiring episode of Journey to Success. I'm Emily Carter, your host, and today we're diving into a topic that lays the foundation for so many dreams: achieving academic success. Joining us is an exceptional guest, Dr. Rebecca Turner, a renowned educator, best-selling author, and learning strategist who's empowered thousands of students to excel in their studies and beyond. Rebecca, it's an absolute privilege to have you with us today.
Thank you, Emily. I'm truly excited to be here and explore a subject that's not just about grades, but about unlocking your potential through curiosity, discipline, and growth.
I'm so eager to hear your insights. Academic success can feel like a steep climb, especially with today's pressures. Rebecca, let's start with the big picture. Why is achieving academic success so essential for personal growth and future opportunities? And how does it shape our journey?
That's a brilliant question, Emily, and it really gets to the heart of why academic success matters. It's not just about earning a degree or acing exams. It's about developing the skills, mindset, and resilience that propel you toward a fulfilling life. Academic success builds critical thinking, problem-solving, and perseverance, which are vital for any career or personal goal. It opens doors to opportunities, scholarships, networks, careers, while fostering confidence and a love for learning that lasts a lifetime. When you succeed academically, you're not just collecting credentials. You're crafting a foundation for impacting the world in your unique way. I think of someone like Malala Yousafzai, who pursued education under threat, saying, "One child, one teacher, one book can change the world." Her academic drive earned her a Nobel Prize and amplified her advocacy. Early in my own journey, I was a struggling college student in Portland, overwhelmed by biology courses and doubting my abilities. I cram, fail quizzes, and feel like giving up. But when I embraced structured study habits, breaking down material, seeking help, my grades soared, I graduated with honors, and I found my calling in teaching. Academic success isn't just a milestone. It's a catalyst that transforms how you see yourself and your possibilities, equipping you to chase dreams with clarity and grit.
That's such a powerful perspective, Rebecca. Academic success as a foundation for impact. Malala's story is so motivating. You mentioned your own struggles as a student. Can you walk us through how someone can start achieving academic success, especially if they're feeling lost or discouraged?
Absolutely, Emily. The first step is to set clear, specific goals. Vague aims like do better lack direction, but specific ones like study chemistry for 30 minutes daily or raise my math grade by 10% give you a roadmap. Break them into small, actionable steps to build momentum. I draw inspiration from Thomas Edison, who tackled inventions methodically, saying, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His goal-driven persistence lit up the world. When I was floundering, I'd aim to study more. But it was too fuzzy, I'd waste hours flipping pages. Inspired by Edison, I set a goal: summarize one biology chapter daily. It was clear, doable, and led to A's, boosting my confidence. I coached a client named Sarah, a high school junior failing history, feeling hopeless. She thought success was for smart kids. We used Edison's clarity. She aimed to read one page nightly and quiz herself. Her next test scored a B, and she's now college-bound. Clear goals aren't rigid. They're a compass, guiding you through discouragement to academic wins. Another step is to create a focused study environment. Distractions, phones, clutter, noise derail learning, so design a space that signals focus. Clear desks, silence devices, maybe calming music. I learned this from Marie Kondo, who says, "A tidy space creates a tidy mind." Her focus sparked global decluttering. I used to study amid chaos, laptop pings, TV on, losing hours. Kondo's method helped. I cleared my desk, used a timer, and my retention doubled, earning scholarships. Sarah, inspired by Kondo, studied in a quiet corner, phone off. Her grades climbed and she led a study group. A focused environment isn't luxury. It's a tool to sharpen your mind for success.
I love those starting points, Rebecca. Clear goals and a tidy space. Edison and Kondo make it so practical. But what about when academic pressure feels overwhelming, like during exams or heavy workloads? How do you stay on track?
Oh, Emily, those high-pressure moments, exams, endless assignments, can feel like a tidal wave threatening to sweep you away. The key is to prioritize and time block. List your tasks, rank them by urgency, and assign specific times to tackle each, like an appointment with yourself. This tames chaos and builds control. I draw from Serena Williams, who faced intense matches by focusing on one point at a time, saying, "I don't think about the whole game. I think about the now." Her discipline won 23 Grand Slams. During finals, I'd panic juggling papers and cramming, exhausted. Serena's focus inspired me. I listed priorities, say physics first, essay next, and blocked 2 hours each. I'd study, break, repeat. It kept me calm and I aced my exams, landing a research role. I coached a client named Michael, a college freshman swamped by midterms, skipping sleep. He was spiraling. Inspired by Serena, he ranked tasks, biology notes, then English, and blocked 1-hour chunks. He passed with B's, gaining confidence. Time blocking turns overwhelm into manageable steps, keeping you steady for academic success. Another strategy is practicing self-care. Stress thrives when you're depleted, so prioritize sleep, movement, and nutrition. Even 10-minute walks or quick naps recharge you. I learned this from Arianna Huffington, who champions rest, saying, "Sleep is a performance enhancer." Her Thrive Global grew from that shift. I used to pull all-nighters, crashing hard, my grades dipped. Huffington's wisdom helped. I slept 7 hours, walked daily. My focus sharpened, boosting my GPA. Michael tried it, napping and jogging. It cleared his fog and he joined a debate team. Self-care isn't indulgence. It's fuel for academic endurance, keeping stress at bay.
That's so empowering, Rebecca. Time blocking and self-care as success tools. Serena and Huffington bring it to life. You've mentioned incredible figures like Malala and Edison. Are there other famous people whose academic success inspires you?
Oh, absolutely, Emily. Academic excellence shines through so many lives. Take Albert Einstein, who struggled early. Teachers called him slow, yet pursued physics relentlessly, saying, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer." His discipline birthed relativity. When I bombed a chemistry test, I felt dumb, ready to quit. Einstein's persistence pushed me. I reviewed one concept daily. My next exam was an A, sparking my teaching path. I coached a client named Olivia, a med student failing anatomy. Einstein's grit led her to study one bone nightly. She passed, aiming for surgery. Another is Maya Angelou, who, despite no formal degree, devoured books, saying, "When I look back, I am so impressed with the life-giving power of literature." Her self-study fueled I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. When my thesis stalled, Angelou's love for learning inspired me. I read extra journals, enriching my work. It won an award. Olivia, inspired by Angelou, read case studies for fun. It deepened her exams, earning honors. Then there's Satya Nadella, Microsoft's CEO, who earned degrees through curiosity, saying, "Be a learn-it-all, not a know-it-all." His growth mindset drove innovation. I coached a client named Ethan, a coder failing CS. Nadella's learning led Ethan to debug one line daily. His app won a hackathon. These icons show academic success isn't just talent. It's discipline, curiosity, and staying open to growth.
Those stories are so inspiring, Rebecca. Einstein, Angelou, Nadella, they show learning's power. What about when fear of failure, like bad grades or not measuring up, hold you back? How do you overcome that?
Fear of failure is a heavy weight, Emily. It can paralyze you, making every test feel like a verdict on your worth. The key is to reframe failure as feedback. Mistakes aren't endpoints, they're lessons pointing you forward. One tool is self-talk. Replace "I failed" with "I'm learning." I draw from J.K. Rowling, who faced rejections but said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all." Her persistence created Harry Potter. When I failed that chemistry test, I spiraled, thinking I wasn't college material. Rowling's mindset shifted me. I told myself, "This shows me what to study." I reviewed errors, aced the next test, and it built my confidence. I coached a client named Rachel, a sophomore terrified of math, avoiding homework after AD. She felt doomed. Inspired by Rowling, she said, "This D teaches me to practice." She did one problem daily. Her grade hit a B and she tutors now. Reframing failure as growth dissolves fear, fueling academic progress. Another strategy is seeking support. Ask teachers, peers, or mentors for guidance. Collaboration eases fear's grip. I learned this from Brené Brown, who says, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation. Her openness drives her work. I feared asking for help, but Brown's courage led me to meet my professor. Her tips saved my thesis. Rachel joined a study group admitting her struggles. They helped and she passed. Support turns fear into shared strength, keeping you on track.
That's so liberating, Rebecca. Failure as feedback and support as strength. Rowling and Brown make it feel fearless. How do we sustain academic success long-term, especially when motivation dips or life gets hectic?
Sustaining academic success is like running a marathon. It takes steady pacing, even through lows or chaos. One habit is daily micro-goals. Set one small task, read a page, solve a problem to keep momentum no matter how busy. I learned this from Tony Robbins, who plans daily wins, saying, progress equals happiness. I review one concept nightly. My courses thrived. I coached a client named Anna, a grad student juggling work, losing drive. Robbins' micro-goals led her to outline one paragraph daily. Her thesis won praise. Another key is tracking progress. Log achievements, finish chapters, better scores to see your growth. It fights dips. Warren Buffett tracks goals, saying, what gets measured gets managed. I log weekly wins, a good lecture, a student say it fuels my teaching. Anna tracks study hours, boosting confidence. She presented at a conference. Tracking shows you're moving, even slowly. Also, connect with purpose. Tie learning to your why, career impact, growth to stay driven. Nelson Mandela studied in prison for freedom, saying, education is the most powerful weapon. My why, empowering minds, lifts me through slumps. I coached a client named Mark, a senior whose grades slipped. Mandela's purpose led him to link engineering to community. He graduated top tier. Purpose reignites passion. Finally, build a learning tribe. Study buddies or mentors keep you accountable. Michelle Obama leans on friends, saying, we rise together. My study group sharpened my research. Mark joined a lab, finishing strong. These habits, micro-goals, tracking, purpose, tribe, build academic success that endures any storm.
Those are such vibrant tools, Rebecca. Robbins' wins, Buffett's tracking, Mandela's purpose. It's a roadmap for excellence. As we close, what's one final piece of advice for listeners ready to achieve academic success today?
My biggest advice is to take one learning step now. Academic success grows from a single intentional act. Think of Fred Rogers, who taught millions through small lessons, saying, it's the things we do every day that make the difference. For me, it was that first chapter summary sparking a career I love. One last story. I coached a single dad named Brian, a night student failing accounting, feeling trapped. We looked at Abraham Lincoln, who studied by candlelight, saying, I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. Brian did one problem nightly. It led to A's, a degree, and teaching kids math. If Brian can learn, so can you. Pick one act today, read a line, ask a question, clear your desk. That step builds a life of academic triumph.
What a beautiful way to wrap up, Rebecca. Brian's story, alongside legends like Rogers and Lincoln, shows learning is for everyone. Thank you for sharing such profound wisdom and practical steps. I know our listeners are ready to excel.
Thank you, Emily, and to all the listeners. I hope you feel empowered to learn with joy and purpose.
And that's it for today's episode of Journey to Success. If this conversation lit up your academic spark, and I'm betting it did, please hit that subscribe button to catch every empowering episode. Share this with someone ready to learn, and join us next time for more insights to fuel your journey. Until then, keep studying, one step at a time.